Yut Nori is a traditional board game played in Korea, especially during Korean New Year. The game is also called cheok-sa or sa-hee. The combining form Nori means game. Although the origins of this popular family game are unclear, some research suggests that Yut was played as early as the Three Kingdoms, citing the typing Yulin, which states that people of Baekje played a board game similar to Chapu, which is believed to be similar to Parcheesi, a board game originating in India. There is a folk explanation for the game, describing a bet by some villagers to raise 5 different kinds of livestock: pigs, dogs, sheep, cows and horses. Each of the villagers would raise only one type. The board and the game are known to have been used in fortune-telling, particularly in mountain areas and small farming villages. But this is no longer practiced. Equipment. The board is normally made of stitched cloth. The modern board is a rectangular shape, but historically there was also a round variation. There are 4 straight courses and 2 diagonal ones. Each of the straight courses comes with 5 stations. The diagonal ones have 5 stations, too, but one is shared. This brings the number of stations to 29 in total. The board is also known to sometimes be drawn onto the floor. Instead of dice, Yut Sticks are used. There are 2 kinds of Yut Stick: Jangjak Yut and Bam Yut. Jangjak Yut are made of firewood. There are 4 sticks of about 15 centimeters in length and from 2 centimeters to 3 centimeters in diameter. These sticks are split into halves. Chestnut wood is most commonly used, but birch wood is also common. These woods are chosen for their weight and the fresh sound they make when playing. Bam Yut, on the other hand, are wooden sticks of about 3 centimeters in length. They have a diameter of about 1 centimeter, and also are split into halves. The Bam Yut are played in a small bowl, shaken in the palm, and then released. There are small tokens used for the game, called mal. There are 4 tokens for each team, although there are no common rules what a token can be made of. The only rule is that the mals of the opponent teams must be clearly distinguishable. Apart from black and white plastic tokens generally found today, common mals are coins, buttons, small pebbles, or even chess beads. When choosing the mal, some Koreans consider its speed, because the faster a horse runs, the better it is thought to run. Yut sticks. The sticks are cast to determine how far a token can advance. The score is determined by counting the sticks that are over, and those that are up. Each combination has a name. 1 stick over and 3 sticks up is called do. 2 sticks up and 2 sticks over is called gae. 1 stick up and 3 sticks over is called gol. All sticks over is called yut, whereas all sticks up is called mo. A do is worth 1 space advancement. A gae is worth 2 space advancement. A gol is worth 3 space advancement. Yut is worth 4 space advancement, and mo is worth 5 space advancement. When the sticks come to the result of either yut or mo, the player has another chance of throwing the sticks up again. Game rules. The game is played between 2 partners or 2 teams who play in turns. Sometimes it is played with more teams. There is no limit in the number of participants in a game, which means that the game can be played by a considerable group. When played with large groups, it is not uncommon for some group members never to cast the sticks. They still participate, discussing the strategy. The start of the game is determined by each team casting the Yut sticks. The team with the highest score starts first. Each team then casts the sticks in turn, then moves a mal according to the score achieved. One turn usually consists of only 1 cast. However, a player achieving a yut or mo earns an extra cast for the turn. If she casts a yut or mo at the second cast, she earns an extra cast again, so there is no limit to the number of times a player can cast again before the end of a turn, provided he or she keeps casting yuts or mos. The respective scores can be played separately if wished, each given to another mal, but a score earned from one cast cannot be split into two moves. For example, a GOL cannot be split into a do and a GAE. As long as there are mals outside the board, a team can either put a new mal onto the board according to the scores it got, or move a mal already on the board. The mals travel around the board and can move forward only. However, when landing on one of the big stations, the team can choose to take the shorter way should they wish to. There are 4 possible courses, the default course being longest one with no abbreviation. If a mal lands on a station occupied by the opponent's team, the opponent's mal is removed from the course and returned to the starting position, and the current player is allowed to cast again. If a mal lands on a station occupied by the own team, these mals can form a group and travel together from that point on. However, this bears a risk. If an opponent lands their mal on a station occupied by a group of mals of the opponent, all mals in the group are removed from the course. For example, if one casts 2 yuts and 1 do at his/her first turn in the game, possible moves would include: put a mal on the board at the yut station, advance to mo, then to sok-yut. Put a mal on the board at the yut station, put another mal on the board at the same yut station, causing the 2 mals to move together from then on, advance them to mo. Put a mal on the board at the yut station, advance to duet GEOL, then to duet yut. The game is won by the team who brings all the mals home first, that is, complete the course with all the mals. A course is completed if a mal passes the station where the game is started. Landing on Chammyoki is no finish, but any score going beyond this station completes a home run. Yut is often played for 3 or more wins. Special rules: the game is sometimes enhanced by labeling 1, 2, or 3 of the Yut stick on the flat side. The sole rule can be played if one of the sticks is labeled sole. If this stick is the only one facing down, a mal can be placed directly into the center, which in this case is called sole. If all the mals are already on the course, this counts as a do. The Poussin rule is similar. One of the Yut sticks is labeled Poussin. Rather than to the center, the mal travels directly to the far corner. Again, this only applies if this is the only stick facing down, and not all mals are on the course already. There is also the back rule, where one of the sticks is labeled back. If this is the only stick facing down, one of the mals has to go back 1 step. Depending on the rules used, if none of the mals are on the course, then this is counted as either a do or a skipped turn. Alternatively, if the do rule is not being used, the other most common rule is for a mal to be placed onto the arrow next to the start. The mal remains there until another back is cast. In this case, however, the mal completes the course at once. Furthermore, if a mal is placed on the do spot, and then gets a back, then they will be on the Chammyoki spot and then will exit the malpin when a do, GAE or GEUL, yut or mo is thrown. Another back will put them on the NAL yut spot. Social meaning: the game is a popular board game throughout Korea, and it is considered a game of deep tradition. The game is often treated as a social spectacle with onlookers and team members shouting loudly, encouraging each other, or wishing for a certain score. This game is played in almost every seol or gathering and is commonly played almost at almost any region of the world with a significant Korean population. The rare scores of yut and mo in particular cause excitement, particularly if cast more than one at a time. The Australian film and theatre group, Yut Art, takes its names from the game as a result of the excitement and crowd participation associated with its activities. The stations. Each station of the game board has its own name, although they are obscure to most Koreans. It is thought that the outer stations symbolize heaven, and the inner square, the earth. The whole board can be also interpreted as a reflection of universal symmetry and celestial procession, reflecting elements of Korean Taoism. The Mid-Joseon writer Gim Munpyo described the Yut board as symbolizing the circle of the cosmos, with the North Star in the center, surrounded by 28 constellations.